Right, you joined me on a bit of a different base this evening. I've I've popped out to see my dad. He's down in the hospital, so I went to see him briefly. I've had an epic day with my brother, well, my two brothers and my friend. We had a day up a zip line, which is up there somewhere, is absolutely insane. And I just swung by to see my cousin. Well, I didn't swing by to see my cousin. I was taking the GS for a spin up to see a waterfall. And I saw my cousin was out, so I went to say hello. And he had his Ducati Multistrada V2 out. Now this is the first time I've seen it, and well, the Panigale in my garage is because he gave me a go of his Panigale. So this could be a very expensive trip again, because like I said last time I rode one of his bikes, I bought one. So oh man, it's so smooth. Quick shifter, comfort. Again, another bike that is just comfortable and right. The riding position is gorgeous, nice and upright. Handlebars in a good position that they are upright. Nice sort of wide stance. Allows you to be comfortable, and you can rest your hands and rest your arms if you want to. And oh my word, what a lovely bike. Now this is a lowered seat version, so again it's so comfortable. My legs are in a nice comfy position. The screen is awesome. Oh man, I'm in my element. Now naturally, I'm not a stranger to Ducatis because of the 899 in the garage that I will get out soon. But I think sometimes when you get given an opportunity, you just got to take it. And this is my opportunity. So here we are then, we're on the open road. Brecon Beacons. What a lovely, lovely evening to take somebody else's Ducati for a ride. It's just incredible. What a, oh my word. These touring bikes are so smooth, so nice. I wish I was more prepared with the camera to face me so that you could just, I don't know, we could do a bit of talking back and forth, you know? But I can feel, obviously I can feel the difference between this and my GS. 23 years does take its toll on a bike, but it is surprising how good still that GS is. Everything with this bike, obviously with it being the age that it is, everything is smooth. There's no clunkiness or anything. It's just incredible. And the engine is, it's not, the engine is just lovely, you know. There's plenty of power there. Quick shifter is slick. And the engine does sound lovely as well. It's not overpowered by a hefty exhaust like my BMW is currently, but it is lovely. And I imagine that if this did have a nice, I don't know, a Kropovich or a Termi or something like that on it, it would just complement the sound of the V2 engine. Just make it sing a bit more so that you've got that special, I don't know. I just can't really think what to say. I'm just enjoying this moment, to be honest with you. What a lovely evening to be taking this out. I mean, it's just incredible. Now I could obviously blast it through these roads, but as you can see, our little friends like to run out in front of us. So yeah, you gotta have your wits about you. That's all I'm hoping now is that the microphone isn't picking up the wind that I can hear. That was a good thing as well then with the brakes. Confident. I mean, I was aware that the bloody sheep was going to walk out in front of me. It's just a no-brainer, but confidence on the brakes. I wasn't thinking that I'm not going to stop at any point, nor did the ABS engage. It was just smooth. And you know, this bike is not familiar to me, so it was just lovely to have that confidence to pull those brakes and not worry about what was going to happen. And the power to overtake quite quickly is really good. Such a nice bike, such a nice bike. This is what I like about living where I am. You just got gorgeous scenery. Just makes taking a bike out on an evening ride enjoyable. When the sun's out, obviously, because it is quite rare. It's quite funny though, it does go quite cold as soon as you drop down behind a mountain and the sun isn't on you anymore. Now I could start waxing lyrical about specs and all that kind of stuff, but to be fair, I haven't got a clue about this bike. All I know is I read about it, I watched reviews on it, I didn't really take any knowledge in. I just thought that's a really nice looking bike. And then I kind of wondered why there's a V4. But I suppose that kind of tells its own story, really. You know, I would like to ride a V4 in all fairness. I'd like to try out all these ones. I'd like to try out a newer GS. I'd like to just, I don't know, just have a load of bikes in front of me, take them all for a spin, see which one feels the best and go from there. Because, like anything, everybody prefers something different. I think I mentioned it before in one of my builds. The reason why I bought that GS was just I wanted a project, I wanted something to do, and I kind of wanted to dip my foot into an adventure bike market kind of thing, just to see how I got on with the bike and how I enjoyed it. And it's just so clear now that after all these years of riding sports bikes and trying to find places to ride in newer bikes without getting into any bother, obviously, the adventure bike was the no-brainer to begin with. Because sports bikes are fantastic, they're an amazing bike. Depending on what one you got, obviously there are many variants and they've all got their little perks. Like I said before, there's no such thing as a bad bike anymore. But I think what I'm trying to say is, anyway, and I'll always say this, it's not about the person that's riding the bike telling you about your bike, about the bike. They're just giving you their points on it. Those points aren't set in stone, because somebody will get on that bike after them and tell you a completely different story, because that's how the bike feels to them. What you can do is take the points and then go and try these bikes out for yourself and then see how you enjoy them. And make up your own decision. But I'll tell you now, I really like this bike. I'm starting to get cold now, so I'm not really moving about much. But it's time to take the bike back, so I'm going to bring this episode to an end. Sorry there's not a few different camera angles. But like I said, this was a real last minute thing. I didn't have a chance to sort of swap cameras over or anything else. And it's not my bike really to start sticking things on, so that's where we're at, really. I just want to say thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the little ride out this evening.